So, let me ask you something. What's your single most valuable asset? I'll give you a hint. It's not your money, your car, or your phone. It's your time. And for the next few minutes, we're going to dive deep into why we waste so much of this precious resource, and more importantly, how you can finally take back control.
All right, here's the game plan. We're going to start by looking at time as the ultimate currency. Then we'll figure out why we waste it so much. We'll tackle what I call the modern distraction circus. And then, the good stuff, we'll get into a game-changing technique called time boxing and how to make it work with SMART goals.
Okay, first things first. We have to start with this one, foundational truth. See, we're all taught to chase money, right? But the crazy thing is, we're already rich in something way more valuable. And that, of course, is time. I want you to really think about this for a second. Seriously, would you take that deal? I'm guessing the answer is a hard no. And that hesitation, that immediate no way, that tells you everything you need to know. Deep down, you already know that just one more day of your life is absolutely priceless.
I mean, think about it. You can lose all your money and hey, you can earn it back. You can even lose someone's respect and work to win it back. But time, once a second is gone, it's gone forever. You can never, ever get it back. It is literally the only non-renewable resource that truly matters in our lives.
So let's try a different way of looking at this. Imagine you have a special bank account. Every single morning, this account gets a deposit of 86,400 seconds. But there's a catch. It's a use it or lose it deal. Nothing rolls over. So the real question is, are you investing that currency wisely? Or are you just letting it vanish into thin air every single day?
You know, there's this incredible metaphor that really brings this to life. Picture time as a powerful, fast horse. It's just galloping forward constantly, and it is not stopping for anyone. So you're left with the choice, right? You can either learn to be the rider, to grab the reins and steer that power where you want to go, or you can just stand there on the side of the road and watch it disappear into the distance.
Okay, so if we all agree that time is this valuable, why on earth are we so good at wasting it? Well, when you really look into it, the diagnosis usually points to two major problems, and they're both happening inside our own heads.
See, it's not just about our phones or Netflix. Not really. The real problem, it starts from within. It's one of two things. First, a lack of energy. You know that feeling, right? Ugh, I just don't have the mood for this. And second, a lack of purpose. That feeling of, I don't even know what I should be doing right now. If you don't have energy and purpose, your time just drifts.
And this really leads to two totally different ways of thinking. The productive, disciplined mindset is all about urgency. Let's get it done now. But the procrastinating mindset, it runs on this really dangerous little phrase. Why hurry? There's a whole lifetime ahead. And that one thought right there is where so much potential goes to die.
But here's the thing. It's not just an internal battle. Oh no. On top of our own struggles, we're up against a massive external enemy. An entire circus, really, that's been built specifically to steal our time.
Just to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, in India alone, there are 75 crore. That's 750 million young people under 25. Think about that. An entire generation whose attention has become the single most valuable resource on the planet. And believe me, everyone is fighting for a piece of it.
You know, there's this old quote, supposedly from Julius Caesar, and it's kind of chilling how relevant it is today. The basic idea was, if you want to control people, just give them cheap entertainment. Back then, it was the Colosseum. Today, well, that circus has gone digital. It's in our pockets, and it is 1,000 times more effective at grabbing and holding our attention.
And here is the absolute kicker. We think all this stuff is free, right? But we're paying for it with something way more valuable than money. Look at these numbers. Spending 5 hours a day scrolling could cost you over 34,000 rupees a month in what your time could have been worth. Or how about this one? You drive for 2 hours just to save 300 rupees on a product, but you've actually spent over 400 rupees worth of your time to get that deal. We are constantly making these terrible trades without even realizing it.
Okay, I know, that's a lot, and it can feel pretty overwhelming, like the deck is stacked against us. But, and this is a big but, there is a simple, powerful, and tactical solution that puts you right back in the driver's seat.
It's called time boxing. And honestly, it's so simple, it's brilliant. Forget about your messy, endless to-do list. Instead, you take every single task, big or small, and you give it an actual appointment on your calendar. You're not just saying what you're going to do, you're deciding exactly when you're going to do it and for how long. And hey, if you're thinking this is just another productivity hack, well, take a look at who swears by it. We're talking Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates. These guys are some of the busiest, most effective people on the planet. They don't get more than 24 hours in a day. The difference is they command every single minute of their time with total, absolute intention. So what makes this so much better than a plain old to-do list? Well, a to-do list is just a menu of choices. It actually creates confusion and stress. But a time-boxed calendar? That's a concrete plan of action. It gives every task a purpose and a deadline, which means you can match your most important work with the times of day you have the most energy. It's about creating clarity, not more confusion.
Okay, but here's the crucial point. Time boxing is an amazing tool, but it's only as good as the tasks you put into those boxes. To really make this thing sing, you need a system for making sure you're working on the right stuff in the first place.
And that's where the SMART framework comes in. This is how you make sure your goals are solid. They need to be specific. Don't just say go on a trip, say go to Goa. Measurable, know how long it'll take. Achievable, so it's actually realistic. Relevant, meaning you actually care about it. And finally, time-bound. It has a deadline. This framework is what gives your time boxes real meaning and direction.
When you get right down to it, it all starts here, with your calendar. If you can't control what happens in your own home, with your own schedule, how are you ever going to make a big impact out in the world? True mastery of your life begins with mastering your day.
Here's a powerful little mindset shift to try on. Just repeat this to yourself. I will make the value of my next 30 minutes more than 30,000 rupees. Just imagine thinking like that. How would you treat that next half hour? It instantly changes you from someone who just spends time to someone who invests it. It's a total game changer.
And really, that's what this is all about. Right now, this very second, the next hour of your life is a completely blank box. It's an empty slot on your calendar, full of potential. So after all of this, there's really only one question left. What are you going to put inside it?